Blind Season 6 just premiered, and yes, I was up at the crack of dawn to watch it. Some of the men are off to the literal worst start in Love is Blind history, but the girlies are still falling hard. So Netflix said y'all are gonna stop claiming that they don't like dark-skinned women and they don't give them no camera time and they only put them in the trailers. Enter AD, my queen. So are y'all here for this Matthew and AD story arc? I already know it's gonna be the hot topic of the season. We have a lot to talk about with Matthew. Like, so much I don't even know where to start. First off, he seemed overly obsessed with what America is gonna think of him. He mentioned it in multiple different ways, several different times. And I feel like that's because he knows he's gonna be a villain, or at least knows that he's giving off villain vibes or has villain energy. First impressions are everything. That's not just something catchy that we say because it sounds good. We say it because it matters. And when we first meet Matthew, he is just flat out rude AF. Walking away while people are talking, trying to rush them through their answers. I mean, he definitely took the rudest person in the pod's title away from Tiffany back in season 4 when she fell asleep on my boy Brent when he was literally pouring out his soul. Yeah, Matthew went ahead and said, I'll be taking that title. Thank you very much, Tiffany. You've had it long enough.
What about you?
You know, I was just gonna ask the questions. I wasn't really anticipating getting the same one back.
Oh my God.
Yep, just dude talking to the wall.
Like, he was just rude AF, and for what? Off top, I couldn't stand his personality. I was just like, why would you, if you know that America is watching, and we know that you know and you care because you keep saying it, why would you choose to present yourself in this way? To me, it felt like he was treating everything like he was the damn prize and all these women were lining up to see him. The man gave me the ick immediately, and I am very happy that he was unsuccessful in his pursuits to find out if love was blind, because he must have been blind and he didn't know what show he was going on. Hey y'all, it's Nae. Happy Black History Month and happy Valentine's Day. And welcome back to my little corner of YouTube. This video will contain spoilers for Love is Blind Season 6, episodes 1 through 3. So if you haven't seen them yet and you don't want spoilers, save this video and come back after you do. You are about to hear my thoughts on episodes 1 through 3. But of course I want to hear yours, so feel free to drop a comment below if you do want to participate in the conversation. And give this video a like before you go so I know that you enjoyed it. If you want to keep the conversation going after this video, head on over to my Discord server. It's a place for us to chat outside of the comment section, and it's free. So why not? The link is in the description box. I want to get back to these couples because this is going to be a long video and we have a lot to cover, but I will be doing some housekeeping at the end of the video. So make sure you stay tuned so you know what to expect from my channel during this season of Love is Blind. And also because the YouTube overlords punish me if you don't watch to the end of the video, they will literally take my Mario coins away from me. Matthew also made a weird comment about not wanting to end up being a C-list celebrity. Okay, but you're an A-list asshole, so now what? He grew up in a town of 600 people and I guess not a single one of them had manners because damn. Like Matthew, you are too fresh into therapy, baby. Come back in 2 years when you got yourself together. You haven't worked through enough yet. Now don't beat me up when I say this because y'all do be liking to come for me sometimes. But when I saw when he was in the men's quarters and they were saying, how come Matthew doesn't like to talk? Why is he so quiet? I did feel a tiny little pinch of sadness for him in my Grinch heart because I was like, oh, maybe he just has severe social anxiety. Because clearly conversing is not this man's strong suit. Now, is that an excuse for how rude he is? Absolutely not, because I have anxiety and I am a fucking joy to be around. Also, does he have some kind of weird obsession with a woman named Amber because he went after AD, whose name is Amber Desiree, and then also the other Amber? I feel like he has an ex named Amber somewhere and he's just collecting the Ambers as he goes through life, to be honest. Like, actually, who at Netflix casted this man? He is just so confusing all around. And then had the nerve after he found out that Amber left to be like, okay, AD, sorry I couldn't be the man that you wanted. I'm gonna go ahead and get Amber. The audacity is really strong with this man. And unfortunately, I feel like we have not seen the end of him. Even though he stepped out of the situation with AD and he decided to leave the show and Amber decided to leave the show, I feel like Netflix is gonna pull one of those, oh my God, let's bring your exes back to this mixer now that you're all coupled up and see if we can stir up some drama. We gonna be seeing him again. And if we don't, I'm gonna be damn surprised because this is a great opportunity for the producers to add some drama. I feel like he's gonna be coming back later in the season, but we will see. I love AD. She's eclectic and a little weird, and I like that. The girl thinks that birds are gonna eat her brain. Like, you gotta be a weirdo to say some shit like that. And please know that when I say weirdo, I mean that in the best way. I love weird people. I'm kind of a weird person myself. She also has a dark sense of humor, which I believe that only true trauma can build. She was like, yeah, my dad passed away, so I don't really think he has any thoughts on Love is Blind.
Actually passed away last September.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh,
So I don't think he's thinking much.
Oh.
Sorry.
I was like, girl, be for real. Like, that was a dark ass joke, and I loved every minute of it. Everyone I know who has a dark sense of humor has been through some shit. They've seen some shit. For example, my sense of humor is in the trenches because of childhood trauma. It builds character. So AD is also mingling with Clay. We'll see. I do love that he eventually let down his wall and got emotional with AD and let him know how he really felt. And I love the fact that he cried. Y'all might be like, it's not really a big deal that he cried. But let's really think about this. A man crying is a pretty big deal. A black man crying is an even bigger deal. A black man crying on TV is a huge deal. A lot of black men right out the gate are seen as criminals and kind of unworthy of feeling human emotions. In fact, a lot of times throughout human history, they weren't even seen as humans. So for me, as a black woman, to see this black man crying on such a big platform like Netflix and like Love is Blind, it's a huge deal to me. Maybe not to y'all, but it is to me. And during Black History Month, no less. So I don't ever want to bring a black man down, but what I will do is hold a black man accountable for his actions. If physical appearance was that important to him, why the hell is he on a show called Love is Blind? Anybody out there want to answer that question for me?
We never really talked about physical, and like, that is important to me. Like, Love is Blind, like, I get it, trust me, I get it. I just want to have that reveal door and, like, you know, be super turned on by my wife.
There are a plethora, and when I say a plethora, I mean a plethora of other dating shows you could have gone on if you felt like that was going to be a big deal to you. I also could not stand the reaction that he gave to AD when she was telling him about Matthew.
It's me and you and Matthew.
Not feeling me or you are, because what you just told me has nothing to do with me. Matthew? Oh my fucking God. You're gonna regret that shit, I'm telling you, like, AD, like,
I get where he was coming from, being like, I've seen this guy and he doesn't feel like your vibe, but he didn't really have a right to kind of have that reaction. He had a right to feel the emotions, but not to kind of take it out on her. This is a dating show where everybody has the chance to date each other. Again, what show did you think you were going on? But he's attractive and he seems to have a good personality outside of all of that. If he does end up with AD, he better do her right or we will ride at dawn. So Amy and Johnny are talking about the serious stuff right out the gate. I can already tell y'all right now that I'm gonna have a soft spot for Amy. She's talking about her brother who's on the spectrum and how she wants to be able to take care of him. My little sister has Down syndrome, and unless you have a sibling that has a disability like that, you really don't understand the fear and the pressure that comes with it, and knowing that one day, some point in the future, you're gonna end up being a caretaker for them. I feel like a lot of times people with intellectual disabilities are often kind of, I don't want to say shunned away, but not really shown that often. And so people don't really understand what goes into it and the mental toll that it takes on you. You know, I can talk about that maybe in another video because I don't want to overtake this one, but there's a lot that comes with it. So I have a soft spot for Amy. My biggest dream when we eventually do get a house at some point in the future is to have a house with enough land so that I can build a back house and my little sister can live in it so that she can have some sense of autonomy. You know, eventually she's going to be an adult and she's going to want to feel like she has autonomy, but I still want to keep her close because I am going to be in that caretaker role from her. And that's something that you really have to explain to a future partner because that's a big deal, and you need to know that that person is going to be caring enough and willing enough and not going to feel like it's a burden, because I don't see that as a burden, and I'm sure Amy doesn't see her brother as a burden. My little sister is my biggest drive in life, you know? I have no choice but to be successful in this life because I want to be able to give her the best life that she can have. And she already has such a different experience from many other people in the world. So I think that she deserves the best, and that's what I want to be able to give her. So when you see me out here grinding on these YouTube streets, just know that's why. Whew, okay, let's move on. So they were the first to get engaged, and the chemistry felt real to me, mostly. Johnny did look a little shocked, like he kind of had a shocked face the entire time. I'm not sure if it's because this experience is really overwhelming or if Amy wasn't what he expected her to be, but only time will tell. He does keep saying she's beautiful, she's everything, I love her, so we'll see. Poor Trevor. He said that people judge him a lot because he's big and they think that he's kind of like this aggressive guy. And I get that because I did. I said he looks like he would kick somebody's ass, but I also said he looks like he's a big teddy bear on the inside, and that also turned out to be right, so I think I'm winning. He said he loves dogs, sunny days, and rom-coms. Like, be serious. Is he not the cutest? And he cuts lawns. He's a man's man and a girl's girl. And you know what, damn it? I like the mullet. Fight me. Or better yet, fight Trevor, because he could probably kick your ass better than I can. All that said, I don't think Chelsea is going to pick him. She didn't seem to react too well when he said he loved her, so oof, I don't really know about that.
It's weird.
Did someone tell you that they loved you?
And Trevor.
Speaking of Chelsea, she said that people say that she looks like Megan Fox, but I think she actually kind of looks like Khloe Kardashian. Now, Chelsea has very big, grandiose reactions, regardless of what type of reaction it is. When she told Jimmy she had been married before and he reacted to it, she reacted negatively to his reaction, and I don't even feel like he had a bad reaction to it. She was like, oh my God, his mood changed, and I didn't actually think that his mood changed at all. But who knows? It could just be the way that they edited it. Maybe they edited out his reaction to it. I don't know, but it didn't seem that crazy for her to be doing all that hoopla that she was doing. On a side note, does Jimmy kind of sound like Forrest Gump to y'all? Not in a bad way, but he kind of has a Forrest Gump drawl.
I know that there was a connection like so quick, and
I knew I was gonna like Jimmy from the very beginning. They did the cast announcement. I wasn't wrong. His voice is great. His face card is approved. But I don't know. He don't like spicy food, so he definitely lost some points for that. He's a first generation college student on both sides of the family, so yeah, I can relate with that. Plus, Jimmy has the juice. Or at least that's what Jessica thinks. How did y'all feel about Jessica saying that she wanted to wait to tell someone that she had a kid? I think in a situation like Love is Blind, where everything is moving at light speed, that's something you need to be upfront about. Because not everybody wants a kid, and to keep it 100, not everybody wants to be a step-parent. And her daughter is 10, you know? This isn't a baby. This is a tiny human who already has her own thoughts, her own feelings. She might not even want a man in her life who isn't her actual father. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's something you should have brought up. A 10-year-old is 3 years shy of being a teenager. That's a big deal. That's a short amount of time before this kid really starts to, you know, start testing you. She said she wanted people to get to know her as an individual first. But to be straight up, you're not an individual. And before the moms start attacking me, I don't mean that once you become a mom, you aren't your own self and you can't be something outside of a mom. But what I am saying is, when you're talking about the context of finding a partner, you and your child or children are a package deal. So no, you're not an individual. They need to get to know you. And part of getting to know you is knowing up front that you have kids who they are going to be expected to be a step-parent to. I don't know. I don't think that's something she should have... I won't say she hid it, but I guess she kind of did. Something she should have hid until later on. We don't know because of the way everything was edited, but I wonder how many days it was before she actually told him. 1, 2, who knows? And how many hours do they spend in the pod? You know, how much time went by before she shared that information with him? I think Jimmy was right to look a little stressed out about that. I think his mind was eased a little bit when he found out that, you know, she's co-parenting and everything is great, there's no drama, but still. Did the way the pods were edited this season feel weird to y'all? Like, I realized that we never see everybody talking in the pods. I realized that there are some people's conversation we don't really see. But I feel like a huge amount of the cast this season never had any screen time at all. Because I do commentary and I script out these videos, I have a list of everybody who's on the cast so that I can take notes, you know, when I see them come on screen and write down my thoughts about them. And I feel like I don't have notes on most of them because they either never showed up, like I literally did not see them at all, or they had 1 or 2 lines on camera. Including Brittany and Kenneth, who actually ended up getting engaged. I know we saw a little bit of them, but I feel like it wasn't enough considering the fact that they're gonna leave here being a couple. That being said, I'm a lot like Brittany in a relationship. I like a man who is a leader and who is gonna make decisions. She probably feels like she's on all the time in her day-to-day life, and she doesn't want to feel like that in a relationship. I am concerned about her family's reaction to Ken. She was kind of hinting at the fact that her family might be a little prejudiced. I'm not gonna say racist, but might be a little prejudiced or might feel a type of way about Kenneth being black.
Are you comfortable around?
Yes. People are judgmental and it's not gonna be shocking. You just correct their thoughts and move on. Like, cause I'm still gonna lay my head down at night.
So I don't know how I'm gonna feel about him meeting her family, because we definitely will nuck if you buck over my boy Kenneth. So let's keep it cute. Speaking of music, I'm making a Spotify playlist for this season of Love is Blind. As the season goes on, I'm just gonna keep adding songs that I feel like are giving off the vibes of the season. If you wanna contribute to the playlist, drop a song or a couple of songs in the comments that you think describe these first 3 episodes and the future episodes when we talk about those. And follow me on Spotify so that you can actually listen to the playlist. Link is in the description box. I also have other really cool playlists on there too. I feel like we didn't see a lot of Jeramey, but I like him. He's funny, I date him. I didn't like that he lied to Laura about guessing her name wrong. But hearing him talk about his dad and how he visits his grave and that's really important to him, that was really heartwarming. I like that about him. As far as him and Sarah Ann, I knew that Sarah Ann was cooked the moment that she said she was conservative. I don't need any conservatives coming for me. I'm just saying. And don't get political in the comment section because I'll just delete those. That is never a good topic on any YouTube that is not geared towards politics. So we're just gonna cut that right now. Overall, this season feels pretty normal, especially when we compare it to season 5. At this point, we are 6 seasons in, so can we just stop asking people why they're here? Yes, they're tired of the traditional dating methods. They don't want to do apps anymore. They're here because they're tired of people judging them on their physical. They want to get to know people on a deeper level. It's always the same answer. Stop asking. I just want to thank you so much for watching this video, especially if you have watched all the way to the end. Shout out to you, queen or king. I'm gonna do some quick housekeeping. In my day-to-day life, I'm a very organized person, so I'm sorry it comes through in how I manage this YouTube channel. And if you're new here, yes, I do like to dress up for occasions and videos. Typically, I dress up for the reunions of the shows, but since today is Valentine's Day, I figured, why not? During this season of Love is Blind, I'm gonna be going live almost every Friday to talk about the episodes that came out earlier in that week. So this Friday I'll be talking about episodes 1 through 6 on live. I won't be. I'm not gonna be home. Not this Friday because I have plans with some friends, but next week we'll get back on it. I always start my lives at 5 p.m. PST, but please check the community tab. I'm very active over there, and I always let you know an hour before I go live so that you can prepare to stop by. No pressure, but just come through if you have a moment and you want to talk Love is Blind with me in real time. I'm also going to be using the community tab this season to do some polls, so interact with those if polls are your thing. Next, if you're like, oh my god, Nae, I'm so happy we met, but I'm so sad that this video is ending and I'll never be able to talk to you again. Girl, you can talk to me again on Discord, where we can literally chat all day, every day, and it is free. So I did a little blurb about Discord earlier, but if you don't know what it is, it's basically an app that is a private group chat for everybody on this channel. And it's just a place to talk outside of the comment section, because once the video kind of starts to lose traction, then those comments go with it. And sometimes we don't want to stop talking. It has everything from a place for you to request videos from me, to a place to talk about movies, and of course, a place to talk about Love is Blind. All it's missing is you. And finally, yes, I'm Spotify list obsessed. So if you do want to check out the playlist that I'm going to be making for Love is Blind, follow me on Spotify, and also check out all my other amazing playlists while you're there, because they are bangers and bops as well. All the links for all the things I am so graciously promoting to you will be in the description box. And that's it for this video. I will see you back to talk about episodes 4 through 6. And until then, it is 5 a.m. and I'm gonna go edit this video. Bye! Guys, I can't believe we're here. I've been preparing for this season of Love is Blind for so long. Now that it's finally here, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get on the grind again. I've been up since 12, okay? Watching and scripting, and now I'm about to edit. Of course I'm recording, and I'm about to edit. Can't wait to get this up to y'all. Let's see how long it takes me. I hope I can have it up by 8 a.m. We'll see. Bye! Enter JD. That's not her name. Who is JD? Just made that up. Insert that scene where he says, I'm just here to ask the questions. This video, head on over to my Discord channel, Discord channel, server. For example, my was kind of unworthy, And Lord, I hope my wig ain't looking too wiggy. I mean, it is a wig, so it probably will be, but you know what I mean? Did I say Matthew? I meant Johnny. I'm gonna say it again because I think I might have said Matthew. Hit the cast announcement. I think in a situation, what is that? This video is gonna be long. So my camera records for 30 minutes at a time, and it just cut me off. So now I'm going to another video slot. So that's how I know the video is gonna be long. If the recording is over 30 minutes long, the video is gonna be long. Speaking, I'm about to break the chair.